Let's talk about how to make the best looking lightsabers in Star Wars Jedi Survivor. So one of my tips is looking at the stance. Depending on what stance you use in this game, it drastically changes how the lightsaber might look. So if you're using the Crossguard lightsaber, you're always going to have those two pointy ends sticking out, which might not be ideal if you're trying to mimic something like Obi-Wan's lightsaber, whereas you just want the more simple design. So try and remember this, and it will make your life a lot easier. One thing could be that you might want to create something that looked like Raphael from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So maybe you wanted these pointy ends when you were dual wielding the two lightsabers, or maybe you didn't want that at all. So that could also be an instance where you need to adapt your stance depending on what sort of look you're going for. So here's some examples of these clips. Same thing goes for if you're using a single stance lightsaber and the Crossguard lightsaber together, you'll get those pointy ends. The preview option is a great tool to be able to see how your lightsaber might look in a specific stance. So remember that this exists because it definitely makes the process of building a specific lightsaber for a specific stance easier. Depending on if you want to make it look like a claymore, a longsword, or a bastard sword, or an arming sword, you can switch to the degree of angle you have on the vents. So you can make pretty interesting looking designs just tinkering with this value. Here are all the colors available in the game that you can switch between. Red and party color are something you unlock after you completed the game, so you need to head into New Game Plus to be able to use those. There are several different materials that you can pick up throughout the game. You can find them in different chests around the world, and then you can also buy them from certain vendors. You can create something truly unique. When it comes down to the materials, it's definitely dealer's choice, so whatever you're trying to make, try and build that. There's so many combinations that you can do when it comes to the lightsabers, and like sort of small highlights for the materials. Say you have a wrapping of some sort, maybe you want a specific color for that. But it's truly impressive. So again, it's down to the individual here. It's a similar story for the components. A lot of them can be bought. You need to find Jedi scrolls or some sort of shiny objects that you can trade for them. Some of them you will naturally find as you progress through the story. Some of them you'll find out in the world as well. Some of them come from pre-orders, and some of them come from the digital deluxe edition. Just remember that the stances definitely affect the overall look of Cal's lightsaber. I didn't really think about this during my first playthrough, as I was doing mainly the Crossguard. But if you're trying to go for that, traditional one-handed lightsaber, or maybe a dual wield, and you just want a simple design, but you don't want any pointy ends on the lightsaber, definitely take this into consideration when building it. Stance does affect the overall look, since Cal has the ability to split his lightsaber into two. And if you throw the Crossguard on top of that, you'll get this weird look. Let me know if you have any questions, and hopefully you like this video. See you in the next one.
I think that's all of them.